Welcome to Manyame Airbase grounds. It's a clash for the Giants here, where the top two teams are going to be clashing in an exciting encounter here at Manyame Airbase, which is the home ground to Chapungu Queens FC, who are also hosting Correctional Queens. Queens FC, they are second on the log, and they are hosting Correctional Queens, who are also number 4 on the log. And the Chapungu Queens are also donning the white, they are in white colors, and Correctional Queens are in green. Stand by for an exciting match, and the soccer commentator today is, as usual, Sandra Magahanye. Remember to share this broadcast, which is coming live to you, courtesy of SlyMedia TV, and it's showing on our page, SlyMedia TV Facebook page, and also SlyMedia TV YouTube channel. Stand by for an exciting action. My name is Silvester. Stand by for Sandra.
Manyame Airbase is the place to be. To be specific, I'm talking about Manyame Airbase Sports Club, where in the Zimbabwe Women's Soccer League, we're here to witness a big game between one of the log leaders, seated in number 2, Chapungu Queens, hosting the team Correctional Queens. What an exciting match we have today, and as you can see on your screens, the things that are to be done before any game, the pre-game rituals. Those are the two captains from both teams, Captain Doa Natasha for Chapungu Queens and Kabwe Berita for Correctional Queens. They're just completing the formalities before the game begins. With the match officials in charge of today's game, Grace Gimo leading the pack, followed by the first assistant, Progress Chitamwa, and the second assistant, Muchongwe Mavis. A few minutes after the hour of 11, a bit of delay. The game should have started at exactly 11, but we had to wait for the second assistant referee to come through to this game. As we all know, in the matters to do with sport, just in time is not on time. You need to come a lot earlier so that things are prepared and things are done on time. Grace Gimo there by the center circle, taking charge, throwing around some commands, as she will be the one to see through this game, to make sure there is fair play. Quite rare have we seen the white card being lifted, but hopefully after today may it show signs that we are close to that great achievement. JK Arena for Correctional Queens, right on the ball. She is their top goal scorer with 8 goals to her belt only in the season. One might compare and we are underway. And Correctional Queens in their green, 2 shades of green, a bit of light lime and a darker shade of green. They are attacking from left to right, and the host, Chapungu Queens, in their usual white and a bit of blue, attacking from right to left. What an encounter this is going to be, because both these two teams are exceptional in their own right. Chapungu Queens seated in second position, 30 points to their name. Played 11 games, won 10, only managed to lose 1, thereby certifying or establishing themselves as one of the dominating forces here in the Zimbabwe Women's Soccer League. On the other hand, Correctional Queens are seated on 4th position. You might be shocked how many points separate these two teams. Only 2. Correctional Queens have 28 points. If they manage to get all 3 points, it means that they get to move up the ladder. There is the first free kick of the game, courtesy of Correctional Queens. And talk about precision. Precision there. Right on target. Going out and they get a corner kick. Just before the teams could settle, we're already seeing Correctional Queens, the visiting team, causing some upset on Chapungu Queen's own half. And there is a cross into the box. Does it find anyone? One might be hoping that it found someone from Correctional Queens, but it was headed away by Chapungu Queens. A misplaced pass there. This is the problem when you are trying to defend, but you're facing your own goal. You tend to make some mistakes. The goalkeeper, Lunga Vanessa, an instrumental player, an instrumental last line of defense for Chapungu Queens. She is always very involved, many a times. And now we're seeing the first, not rather the first, but somewhat an injury. This game calling for the attention of the Medis. Quite a slow start, 3 minutes in, and already being put to a halt. Kabwe Berita. I know she's going to come back shortly, but the action is about to continue in her absence. Grace Gimo, the match official, getting things underway. And it was Chiparaushe with that shot. Later on it went out. And it is the same sequence, even for Chapungu Queens. The yellow card being handed over there from the lineswoman. The first assistant referee, Progress Chatsamwa, handing a yellow card to Grace Gimo. And quite a big collision there coming in from Chinyerere. She is not showing any signs of maybe wanting to get up out of her own accord. Talk about the hype, the build to this game. It was very high, but at this moment, quite a slow start. I think it's showing us how intense in the next upcoming minutes this game is going to be. Seeing the first yellow of the game. Definitely going to Chinyerere. Ethel. She has 8 goals to her name, 2 assists. She needs to be very careful. This encounter she has to be very careful, because in this particular encounter, she is a force and arsenal in Sibanda Sitetelelwe Armory. taking a bit of time to get her back onto her feet. There it is. How everything almost happened after the referee got the yellow card. And the throw-in was going to come through from Chidembo, Georgina. There it is, the action. And it was a header. And there it is, the big collision. Ethel Chinerere bringing in full force and bringing down Chidembo, Georgina. Quite exciting times, especially in the world of sports. Yesterday was the official opening of the Paris Olympics 2024. And what a spectacle that was. All acts were on point. And it's always good. One thing that I really love about the Olympics is that in every sporting discipline, women get recognized. And there it is, Ethel Chinerere with the yellow card. Fails to get the required touch onto the ball. Zingerai Chido, the goalkeeper for Correctional Queens, managed to get her body into the way, blocking that little nudge coming in from Chinerere. It would have changed maybe the tempo of the game, but certainly we didn't need a goal. All we needed was that approach on goal. And the 1-2's being played between Ndoa and Chinerere. Quite exceptional, bringing to life the atmosphere here at Manyame Airbase. I think this is what we all have been waiting for. And that was an awakening moment. Now I believe our eyes are opened, because we know from this moment anything can happen. And I know both these two teams would really love all the 3 points, because it certainly does mean a lot. Good to see Chidembo for Correctional Queens back into the action. Ngube running after the ball right on this near side, trying to cross into the box, but failing to get the required touch. Who knows what only a simple decision to go after the ball can do. Ngube with a cross into the box is intercepted. Flag is up for an offside. Now we're seeing that Chapungu Queens are really stepping into their comfort zone. They are now proving to us that this is their home ground, taking charge of this game. If you're just joining us, this is SlyMedia, bringing you the best of action in the Zimbabwe Women's Soccer League. A league with big hopes, a league with great dreams. Quite recently, I had an opportunity to speak to the vice chairperson for the Zimbabwe Women's Soccer League, Dr. Stole, and he was telling us about the 2030 vision, whereby they're hoping to professionalize women's soccer, and we can't wait to see that. I believe talk about the groundwork, the talent It is there. We're seeing it. Talk about the goals, clocking into the 200s, but only week 10. Definitely this league deserves to be professionalized. Bit of competition right on this near side. A promising position. Marazi right behind the ball. Taking a few steps, assessing her options. And it's a cross into the box. Will it find anyone? It does, but there was an offside. Ndoa Natasha, the captain for Chapungu Queens. She has 10 goals to her name, 4 assists, making her the top goal scorer for Chapungu Queens. On that far side, she is really dominating, making her presence felt. With that first attempt on goal, that cross to Ethel Chinyerere tells us of the chemistry that is between the two of them and how instrumental it is to the growth of the game. There again with a dangerous cross into the box. Quite sadly, it was blocked and cleared away. Chidembo Georgina, coupled with Madamba Tandekile, have a lot of work to do in that back line. She needed a losing sight of goal and playing it wide. Jaure Ashley for Correctional Queens. All of these three have a lot of work to do in assisting their goalkeeper Zingerai Chido to keep at bay this very strong attacking force, Chapungu Queens. I believe by far this is the most competitive league here in Zimbabwe. We talk about the goals, we have them here. And also a lot less drama. There is drama, but I think we are keeping it at bay. There is Ndoa Natasha running after the ball, but beat to it by Madanda Tandekile. The way Correctional Queens are clearing the ball is one of the main reasons why they are always finding themselves on the bitter end of the stick. Chidembo. And there is an offside. In terms of build and stature, these two teams are almost equal on all terms. Very good on paper. But this is reality. And in reality, anything can happen. In any battle, you wait for the enemy to make a mistake and you capitalize on that. This is what we wait to see. It's all about the intelligence in those instances. What quite a long pass that was. And it is crossed back into the far side. Chinyerere in an offside position, but it seems as though it is a goal. What I thought maybe she was in an offside position. Ethel Chinyerere is not taking any prisoners today. She manages to slot that one in, to the amazement of the goalkeeper, Zingerai Chido. Chinyerere Ethel holds a yellow card from that foul she committed against Chidembo. I was talking about how she needs to be careful from now on. But there she is, getting her name onto the score sheet. Bring her goal tally to 9 goals. Exceptional performance. We were here when they played against the Black Rhinos. And she managed to score, and this time around, I believe she's one of those people that will never shy away from the camera because she has almost everything right. And there is a response coming in from Correctional Queens, failing to get or to keep control of the ball long enough to pose a very dangerous threat. Doa Natasha being beat to the ball by Correctional Queens. There it is. Nyangwe Marjorie managing to get a foul in a very promising position for Correctional Queens. Agnes behind the ball. Too much on the ball, too much power. And the ball goes wide. I think we also need to talk about how some of these goals come in. It's always in those quiet moments. Last week, Black Mambas were facing Shesha Mgweru Queens at Mkushi Academy. And the first goal was scored in just 3 minutes. And there is Chinyerere. Tundoa doesn't get the first touch right. They had done everything, almost everything right. It was just that first touch from Doa Natasha that let them down, killed the momentum. But I was just talking about how some of these goals come to pass. It's always in those quiet moments when almost everyone is not expecting it, but only the players on the field that build towards scoring a goal that are expecting it. Like last week, with only 3 minutes, in under 3 minutes, Manyame for Black Mambas managed to get a goal, to the surprise of many. Being played to the corner there. Semba Nadia, a player we should be on the lookout for. She has 5 goals to her name. Will she be able to get one more today? They opt to build from the back. Ngube. Chidembo trying to get a touch. Chidembo once again playing the ball outward. Maradzivibai with the throw-in. Ngube with the control. The captain Doa missing the ball by a whisker there, to the surprise of many. She is an astonishing player. We would not expect her to make such mistakes. But then again, it happens. Even Messi at one point, at some points, missed penalties from one of the world's greatest players. It's always a shocker. Right into the danger zone, but cleared away. By the tall Chiparaushe, Kudzanai. Winter is now taking a break as we are experiencing much sun out here. I remember the last time we were here, we had our coats on, and if you were a bit extra, you carried a little fleece blanket just to keep at bay the cold. But today, we're reaching out to our sun hats and letting go of the jerseys. Player down there. The first touch wasn't what she expected. Maybe he too hard Nyawe Marjorie. And they managed to get a free kick in a very promising position. One needs to be very careful in those moments. There is the captain, Shiparaushe Kudzanai, taking charge of this one, hoping to give an early response to that goal scored by Ethel Chinyerere, bringing them back to level terms and not changing anything on the log. But there it is, and the kick is interrupted by the wall. But she is careful to go after the ball once more. Wins possession back, but they lose it again. It's all about composure on this one. Edo Chinere to Ngube. Down to the far side. Is intercepted by Mandaba. It only does enough to slow down the tempo of the game. But the threat was still coming. The goal scorer, Ethel, on the ground. On that far side, peering for a throw-in, and it is cleared away quite convincingly across the halfway line. But it is back, and there we see another yellow card being handed out. Mutumbami Edlin. Now in the referee's black book, Shinyerere jogging away onto the pitch once more. Goes out for a goal kick. As we watch our local games, I think we need to also remember that we have athletes representing us at the Paris Olympics 2024. We managed to send a team of 7, of which all of them have exceptional qualities. There it is. Always on the attack, the Chapungu Queens, but with a beautiful reply. This is Correctional Queens now on the move, on the run. They managed to get into the box, but an offside is called for. With that long ball, intercepted by that header. And there is a battle on that right side. Goes out for a corner. It's a throw-in, and it is Chidembo. There it is. Chibarawushe failed to recover quickly to get to the ball, but that was some creation of a chance and an opportunity for them to level terms with Chapungu Queens. Now we're almost reaching the half-hour mark. And Chapungu have 1 goal lead. They are home ground. Bit of air ball being played there. Finally, it gets to the ground. Nyaungwe on the far side. There's a throw in. And it goes out, and they manage to get a corner. Chapungu Queens need to be very alert in those areas. We always talk about facing your own goal, trying to clear. Never really does work. I think we can blame it on that first touch. Wasn't good enough to keep the ball under control. Correctional Queens without cross into the box. Doesn't find anyone. But there is Goa Melody in trying to fight for the ball. She commits a foul and their opportunity is lost. As it stands, Chapungu Queens have 33 points. Just have to wait and see how Correctional Queens respond to this one. Chidembo failing to clear convincingly. Maradzi with the throw-in. Goes straight to Ngube. Tries for a cross into the box. Noah Natasha was far from it, but it was cleared away. Now getting across the halfway line and brought back to Correctional Queens on side. There it is, throwing a body into the way. Mandaba Tandekile. Over the course of the past few minutes, Correctional Queens have tried to score, but it was that bit of lacking when it comes to finishing. And that is something they need to work on come the second half. The crosses have been coming in. The passes, they have really been coming in. But a finisher is what is lacking on their part. Otherwise, we could have seen goals galore in this one. At the Olympics, our very own neighbors, Zambia, were beat 3-0 by USA. They got quite the thrashing. But all the same, it is always good to see one of your own representing. Remember Rio 2016? The Warriors, the mighty Warriors, managed to qualify. And maybe that's all we need at this point in time. Just getting that qualification, representation, exposure, experience. It's always important. Heading it into a very dangerous position. Antonio Schiller. Causing their goalkeeper, Lunga Vanessa, to move off her lines and try to get to the ball as early as possible. But unfortunately, it goes out. And Correctional Queens have a corner. Cross into the box. Shinembo there, trying to curb, keep the ball under control. Bachiparaushe, the assist in trying to gain control of the ball, because it has been a bit of ping pong. No one really claiming possession of the ball. There was a foul committed. Mutumbami Edlin shoving. Semba Natia to the side. And the referee was in position to see that. Chidembo Georgina. Cross into the box. Good one. But is headed away by Maradzi. And there is a handball. Another big story making rounds here, not only just in the league, but in Zimbabwe. But there's Etho Chinyerere with that kick. It went straight for the goalkeeper. The idea was there. The execution was on point, but it just met a force that was also ready on the other side. Zingerai Chido had seen that one coming, and with some ease, she had it covered. But some intelligence coming in from Etho Chinyerere. The guy was saying the news to do with Hirentral's Queens, who are going to be representing us at the CAF Women's Championship League, COSAFA qualifiers. We are proud to have them representing. They are the defending champions here in our league. Hopefully they do us proud, but they have quite a long way to go. In their group, in Group A, they're going to be facing University of Western Cape for South Africa, Green Buffaloes for Zambia, and Ongos Ladies for Namibia. I think the biggest challenge here will be definitely University of Western Cape, because we know South Africa, they have more competitions and a bit more of that exposure than any of our teams coming in from Zimbabwe. But we wish them all the best. Correctional Queens, that battle for the ball, but they managed to clear it away. But Ethel plays it out. Chidembo with that throw in. Nice header. It was in a good direction. Just couldn't reach its intended destination. This is week 12. And a lot has already happened. Between number 2, number 3, number 4, it has changed hands so many a times. But it has been between almost the very same teams. Chapungu Queens, Black Rhinos, and Correctional Queens being in the mix as well. Sembanatia, the long ball into the box. Lunga Vanessa taking care of that one. They choose to build from the back. The long pass to Ngube, who chooses to play it towards Natasha Ndoa, but it couldn't find anyone. And Chidembo played it outwards. She has been one defender who's been almost everywhere, getting involved as much as possible. Clearances, not very convincing, but you have to do what you have to do with what you have. Maradzi with the throw-in. And goes outwards. Ngube failed to get it under control with that header. Zingera Ichido. Getting to 43 minutes played in this first half of this massive encounter. Ethel's goal being the only one having been scored, but Chiparawushe seems to have a lot to say about that. They are driving towards a goal across from JK Arena. Lunga Vanessa distributing it all the way across the halfway line. Tumbami Edlin. Maradzi to Ngube. To Ethel Chinyerere. Tries to nudge it of her marker, fails to do so, but the ball is still in the middle of the puck, where it has changed hands from time to time, but Correctional Queens have had the most touches, and there is another yellow card for Chiparaushe for that high boot. A bit disappointed in herself for that one. Chiparaushe Kuzanai. Woman who's somewhat tall. Danger averted. But Chiparaushe. And there is Kabwe missing that header. Ngube. A lot going on as we are now counting down. We're in added time. First goal, Ethel Chinyerere for Chapungu Queens. Still awaiting a response from Correctional Queens. Will they leave the game as it is, or will they change the fate? And there it is, the first half. Please do stay tuned as the second half is still to come. Waiting to see how Correctional Queens respond, and also how will Chapungu Queens play and maybe take advantage of the opportunities that they create for themselves.
Saka mari yekuenda kumba ndichaiwana kupi nekuti ndaizama kutsvaka basa ndasingachariwane panguva yacho. Ndobva ndafunga ndapindwa nemweya wekuti ndobva ndaba hembe kudaro ndobva ndatengesa kuti ndiwane mari yekuenda kumba.
Raphael Signs, a specialist in designing, printing, signage, or vehicle branding, 3D signage and window branding, indoor and outdoor signs. For all your banner designs and print, contact us for a free quotation on the numbers on your screen, or email or visit us at 91 Livingstone, Corner 8th Street in Harare. Raphael Signs, our portfolio speaks for itself.
Welcome to Ideal Pavers, where we offer a wide range of landscaping bricks, including Big Hexagon, Domestic Interlock, Domestic Dogbone, Industrial Interlock, and Cement Bricks. For more info, contact us on our numbers provided or visit our offices today.
Makadi muri Zimbabwe ndinovimba mese muri vatano kwamuri ikoko kumativi mana enyika ndichikuchingamidzawo pachirongwa chedu Home Away from Home pano paSlyMedia TV. Zita rangu ndinoitwa Pelagewo Kwamupurwa. Muchirongwa chedu Home Away from Home chirongwa chatinowana mukana wokusanganawo nevasungwa vari majera akasiyana siyana, kungava kwevarume kungava kwevakadzi, tichitaurawo navo tichida kuziva kuti imhosva ipi yakaparika kuti vazenge vari mukati mejeri uyezve nemararamiro avo vari mukati mejeri. Saka panguva ino muri yeZimbabwe ndawanawo mukana wokutaurawo nesista yangu yandakagara nayo pano kuti tinzwe kuti imhosva ipi yakaparika kuti vazenge vari mukati mejeri. Ndinokuchingamidza shamwari, wakadi yako?
Ndosimba makadini.
Ndiri right. Chekutanga ndikadawo kuziva zita rako rekuberekwa nemakore ako.
Tonzi Bongani Mtombeni, ndine 25 years.
Bongani Mtombeni ne 25 years. Alright Bongani, panguva ino ndingada kuziva kuti musikana wechidiki akadai chii chakaita kuti azenge ari mukati meusungwa mazuva ranhasi?
Ninyaya yangu yakaitika ndeyekuti pamba pandaishanda pana madza vandaishandira. Saka madza vandaishandira vaya vakazosvika pakushayika. Ndagara navo 2 months. Ndobva vasvika pakushayika. Vashayika kudaro ndobva ndawana umwe murume akati chii ndoda kukuroora, ndoda kugara naye. Murume uya ndobva ndagara 3 months naye. Saka anga kundisiya murume uya. Ava kubuda ava kuita zvechihuru. Saka ndobva ndati she mari yekuenda kumba ndoiwana kupi. Ndobva ndati
musandakangana izvi zvaitika muchigara kupi?
Kuchitungwisi.
Alright.
Ndobva ndati saka mari yekuenda kumba ndichaiwana kupi nekuti ndaizama kutsvaka basa ndasingachariwane panguva yacho. Ndobva ndafunga ndapindwa nemweya wekuti ndobva ndaba hembe kudaro ndobva ndatengesa kuti ndiwane mari yekuenda kumba. Ndokuzobata ndomusingirwa ndakaita. Ndonyaya yakandipinza mujeri.
Iwe wati wakaba hembe. Wakaba hembe dzikupi?
Dzekuchitungwisa kumarani kwataigara.
Dzaiva pai hembe idzi?
Hembe idzi munhu aitotengesa bhero rake. Saka ndakangotaimira wasipo semunhu aida kuwana mari kuti ndikwanise kuwana mari yekuenda kumba. Asipo aenda kuchechi. Ndobva ndasara ndatora bhero rehembe. Ndobva ndatoisa kumwe kwandakaisa. Ndobva ndatanga kutengesa kuti ndiwane mari yekuda kuenda kumba.
Kuenda kumba. Saka bhero wakaritora rese?
Ndakatora resi.
Wakatora resi. Saka iwewo wakazobatwa sei?
Ndakazobatwa pane vanhu vandandatengesera manje. Saka madhava idzimwe hembe dzacho vaidziziva. Ndobva vazobvunza vakati hembe idzi makadzitengeserwa nani? Kwanzi pano umwe musikana anonzi Vongani ndiye akatitengesera hembe. Ndokuzobata kwandakaita.
Wabatwa iwewe waenda mukati medare wakatongwa nemhosva iyi.
Kuba.
Yainzi chii chaji yacho?
2 years. Ndakapiwa 2 years.
But kuti mhosva yako tinonzi chii? Wakaunzwa here kuti mhosva iyi ndoyatikusunga nayo? Iwe uringoziva kuti wakangoziva kutonga nekuba. Ndokangonzi watonga waba. Hauna kuudzwa unzi mutongo wako ndekuti wangone mumiririri here iwe? Wangone mumiririri?
Ndandisina mumiririri.
Wangosina?
Ndandisina.
Imomo mukati mejeri wakaona mukana here wokutaura uri mukati mejeri?
Ndiri mukati mejeri ndakaona mukana. Wakatombondipa mukana wokutaura. Wakati sei wakapindwa nemweya wokuba ukazviitirei? Ndobva ndavati ndaida kukwanisa kuwana mari yekuenda kumba kwedu. Kuti ndikwanise mari yekuenda kumba. Ndo zvakandipa fungo yekuti ndibe zvinhu zvavanhu.
Ndo zvakaita kuti ube. Saka ipapo pawaiba murume uyo anga ari kupi?
Murume uyo anga asitoripo, anga atoenda kugirlfriend yake aitodana naye, anga asipo ipapo.
Anga kugara kugirlfriend iyoyo? Manga maita mwana mese? Tatisina.
Mwana ndewangu wandakabva naye kumba kwedu.
Mwana angari uyo wakaita naye mwana ari kupi?
Akashaika mwana ane 3 months.
Wakasheka mwana ane 3 months. Saka uyo anga angoti ndokudawo nemwana wako. Alright, Bongani. Wazotongwa mutongo wako wapiwa 2 years ndobva wapinda mukati mejeri. Saka mararamiro ako uri muno mukati mejeri akamira sei?
Ndiri mukati muno ndinotoradziwa pakuti wani hama dzangu hadzizvizivi. Hapana kana visitor wani kana nombouya kuzondiona. Hapana. So hama dzangu hapana kana hama wani inozviziva ndakasungwa.
Inoziva kuti wakasungwa?
Hapana. Anouya kuzondiona handina kana visitor anouya kuzondiona.
Ko mwana wako uyu ari kupi?
Mwana ndakatoudza nawo senchaji kanzi takamisa kuhoma.
Akaiswa kuhoma. Saka wombomufunga here mwana wako? Ndotombomufunga kuti mwana wangu anongoti mama vakaendepi, ndichamuona rini. Uchamuona rini? Alright. Iwewe uchikura Bongani, upenyu hwako hwanga hwakamira sei?
Ini ndichikura, ndakakura ndichigara nababa munini namai nini. Mama wangu vakashaika ndiri grade 4. Baba wangu ndingangoti vakangoshayikirana mama wangu nababa wangu ndiri grade 4. Ndikasara ndichigara nababa munini namai nini. Saka munongozoti vabereki vasiri vako chero ukaita zvakadi havatendi. Saka ndobva ndakazosvika pakuita musikanzo, ndobva ndangozomitisawo mwana wangu ndiri mwana mudiki. Mwana wangu ndakatomitisawo ndiri mwana mudiki. Ndandine 13 years. Mwana wangu izvezvane aushandira 12 years.
Akushandira 12 years?
Ndakatomitisawo ndiri mwana mudiki. Nenhau yekuti mugariro wandaita pamusha pacho wanga usingaiti.
Waigara sei? Wairohwa? Wainyama chikafu? Chii chaitika?
Zvakandigwadza ndezvekuti vaiendesa vana vavo kuchikoro. Ine vanga vasingandiendesi kuchikoro.
Vaiti chii?
Ndobva ndavabvunza ndikati hamundiendisewo kuchikoro nemhaka yaya. Vakati hatitambisi mari yedu kubhadharira munhu asingagoni chikoro.
Waisagonawo chikoro here kana kuti vaitsvaga nyaya?
Chingava munhu chero asingagoni kuchikoro handi anongoendeswawo.
Ndikutaura kakuti saka munhu ungarambidze munhu kuenda kuchikoro here? Saka wakazodzidza kusvika papi?
Ndakasvika grade 6.
Grade 6? Saka uyo akazokumitisa uyu haana kukumbonyikidza here kana kuti mama atodanana?
Takatodanana tikawirirana.
Pamawirirana? Ukati nini hangu ngatichitei mwana?
Takawirirana.
Alright, saka iwe Bongani uri mukati mejeri muno munoitwa mapurogiramu akasiyana siyana. Ndeipowo purogiramu yauri kuita wewo kuti 2 years dzako idzi dzisarambe dzichikurwadza wakagara mukati mejeri?
Ini ndandisati hapana yandiri kuita kozvino.
Hapana chawakuita nei? Kushaya?
Kutoshaya chaiko?
Taura neni Bongani. uri kushaya chaunogona here kana kuti hausi kungodako?
Pfungwa yacho handisati ndava nayo.
Hausati wava nayo?
But kuda ndinoda, but pfungwa yacho handisati ndava nayo.
Saka kana uri muno munenge uchiiteyo? Kana usingaende kugadheni, usingaruke, usingaita sei?
Ndandakangogara.
Ungangogara? Pfungwa dzako unenge uchifungira? Wakagara wega so unenge uchifungira?
Pfungwa dzangu hande ndichirwadziwa kuti ko hama dzangu dzichaziva sei kuti ndakasungwa. Handina vhizita inonyazondiona. Saka ndichitorwadziwa.
Uchirwadziwa. Iwe wakapinda mujeri muno rini?
2024.
2024 gore rino ega? Munani?
Muna February.
Muna February. Saka kubva muna February wakangogarako? Uchifunga kuti hama dzako dzinouya rini? Unomboendera unoona gogo kuti gogo fonerai hama dzangu?
Chondiradza ndechekuti handina kana phone number kana one. Phone yandandinayo yanga ine phone number dzehama dzangu. Murume wandaigara naye akabva atora phone yangu ndokuenda nayo kwaakaenda nayo, hana kudzoka nayo. Ndoma mune mafone number yehama dzangu dzese.
Saka iwo hama yako yauri kunyanyoda pamwoyo pako kuti iye kuzokuona ndiani?
Nditete wangu.
Nyarara uchema. Nyarara. Tora nguo yako. Taura kana wakwanisa utaura. Kachitanga akoka kuitawo mabasa pfungwa dziya dzinoita sei sinobva wanyatsopedza nguva yako zvakanaka. Nenda kuna gogo ndoda kuitawo program nekuti ukagara hatiwaona kuti kana ukangogara pfungwa dzinoita sei dzinodzoka futi. This time dzakuti chizviuraya asi handiko kupera kweupenyu. Saka panguva inoda kuupa mukana wekuti kana une zvaukuda kukumbira kumhuri Zimbabwe kuti chaungada kubatsirwa nacho, ungavawo kurarama kwemwana wako ari kuhome ikoko, nangoiwo zvaunoda kubatsirwa nazvo.
Hangu ndada kubatsirwa nekuti hama dzangu hadzitombozvizivi ndakasungwa. Ndangodawo rubatsiro kuti ndiwanewo kubatsirika ndiri mukati mejeri nekuti handina vhizita inonyazondiona.
Hama dzako dziri kupiwa?
Dziri kumba kwedu kumwenesi kuchiredzi kuna vatete.
Kuna vatete? Saka vatete vakuda kuti vauye vachikuonawo? Ko zvekushandisawo hauna zvauri kuda here kukumbirawo? Masokisi, majusi?
Ndanchikumbirawo masokisi kana matenisi kanawo chekudyawo hangu ndiri mujeri.
Chekudya uri mujeri? Alright, Bongani, panguva ino ndakupa mukana wekuti zvichida pane zvandisina kuwana mukana wokukubvunza asi zviri pamwoyo pako uda kuzvitaura, kana kuti pane zvandasirira kana pane zvauri kufunga kuti wasirira, ndo mukana wandiri kukupawo kuti utaure nezviri pamwoyo wako.
Ndava kungoti ndingopedza mutongo wangu kuti ndikwanisewo kunotorawo mwana wangu kwaari ndiwane vari mupenyu, ndikwanisewo kuona mwana wangu.
Ko mashoko ekurudzirowo kune vanhu vari kuita izvozvo zvekuba izvi vachizozvi ndezviri zvaunogonawo kuva zvawadzidzawo kubva pamhosva yako zvaunoda kuvakurudzirawo vari kunze vari kupara mhosva yakafanana neyako?
Chandadzidza ndechekuti ndandisati ndambosungwa muupenyu hwangu. Ndadzidza kuti chero ndikabuda muno mujeri handichaiti futi mhosva inondipinza mujeri. Chero kuba chaiko kuchiva chinhu chemunhu handichaiti mhosva inondipinza mujeri nekuti ndazodzidza jeri rinorwadza ndasati ndakambopinda mujeri.
Alright Bongani, tinokutenda nenguva ino watipawo kuti tikwanise kutaura newe. Tinovimba kuti pamazuva iwayo wawakatarirwa iwawo mudare uchakwanisawo kumapedza zvakanaka, uyezve pfungwa dzekutiza dziya dzisarambe dzichidzoka kana kuda kufunga kuzviuraya, nekuti wati iwewe chauri kuda ndechoti wabuda muno unotorawo mwana wako umuwane ari mupenyu. Handika? Saka tinongokushuvirawo kuti pawachasarawo tira kuzonzwa kuti Bongani akuitawo something zvakangoita uchina magadheni, chingodzokera nyange kugadheni kwacho ikoko chingotsvagwa nazvo kurukarukawo kuti zvikubatsire pfungwa dzekuzviuraya dzisaka sei tisadzoke. Mhuri yeZimbabwe ndiye Bongani watanga tichitaura naye, achitaura kutsanangura nyaya yake kuti inini ndanga ndatambudzika, murume anga kuti gumbo panze gumbo mumba, ndikava ndafunga pfungwa dzekuda kuti rega ndinoba, asi mukuba muya makazomusvitsawo mujeri, ndichasevhawo mutongo wangu kudzimara ndibude ndinoonawo mwanawo, anoonawo mwana wake, ari kukumbirawo zvekushandisa zvaataura, kati ndodawo masokisi, ndinodawo majuzi. Saka mhuri yeZimbabwe tiringoona kuti zveshuwa ruoko rwakashata runokupinza muna taisireva, haikuna kuda kuti tsika yekutora chinhu chisiri chako, shanda nesimba uone zvako. Saka panguva ino ndichakuseyawo tichitendawo kunyange nemusikana ari pakamera tarumbidzwa ari kutiunzirawo chirongwa ichi Home Away From Home. Rambai muchiona, rambai muchisapota chirongwa chedu. Ndinokutendai ndini wenyu Pelagia Wakwamupurwa.
We welcome you back once again. During the halftime break, that was one of our family programs that you can always view on our page and our YouTube channel. But as for the matter of today, we're seeing that Chapungu Queens are first to be back on the pitch. Now they are attacking from left to right, going into the halftime break with one goal, courtesy of Ethel Chinyerere. Correctional Queens slowly getting back to position. The first half wasn't maybe what they wanted it to be. They are now attacking from right to left. I believe the coaches, both of them, have done justice to the halftime break. Got to convey the necessary message to change the fate of either of these two teams. Chapungu Queens' one goal cushion is not enough. We're seeing the first substitution coming in from Chapungu Queens. The number 18, Mashandu Plaxidis, a 19-year-old, taking on such big responsibility in that midfield. Wait her first touch with Wait her own contribution. The first half was a bit slow. The chances were created in the first few minutes. Chapungu Queens were driving. Only of the many chances they created, they converted one. That got us into the spirit of the game. But the chances to follow, they failed to contribute. There is a handball in the box, and it is a penalty. Jaure Ashley finding herself in a very difficult position. Her body, her hands were one off her body. They were too far. And we can't say it was in a natural position. Thus, the penalty was given. Mutumbami Edlin was the one to collect it. It's not a penalty, rather. It is a free kick just outside the box. From my point of view, it seemed as though it was right in the box, but it wasn't. There with the free kick close to the box. And also the kick as well was close to the post. But it wasn't good enough to increase their lead to 2-0. Ngube Nobunkosi failing to convert. from that position right outside the box. Correctional Queens. Mandaba handing the ball over to Tumbure Agnes. Plays really long. Ball straight into the box. Opportunity, chance. That wasn't properly executed. Quit your loveness. Sorry, it is. Goa Melody. Failing to convert that one. That would have changed their fate. When two big teams clash, it's always a matter of who takes advantage of the other's mistake and converts. Chiparaushe. Kicking it wide. Quite a slow start to the second half. Not so much intent, tenacity, viciousness coming in from either of these two teams. One goal lead is not enough. I believe Chapungu are well aware of that one. Correctional Queens as well, they need to realize that time is no longer on their side and they need to act as quickly as possible. Some might say as soon as yesterday. Chidembo with the throw-in. Doesn't reach its intent. Did a destination. Goes out for a goal kick. Not forgetting, I think we need to continue talking about this because all of our athletes need our support. It is Olympic season and we managed to get 7 athletes all the way to France, Paris, where they will be carrying the flag of Zimbabwe and hoping to raise it on high. There it is. Nyauma winning the battle there, but going on to lose possession. Ethel Chinyerere trying that no-look pass, but to no avail. Semba Nadia on that approach. Fails to get one through. Chapungu Queens a bit too reluctant in the box, giving leeway to their opponents to take advantage of those rebounds. Shaky defending coming in from Chapungu Queens. They need to be involved a little bit more. They need to be awake in that box. They're leaving their goalkeeper, Lunga Vanessa, quite exposed. But also on Correctional Queens' part, they need to take advantage of the mistakes coming in from Chapungu Queens. At any moment, they need to be awake. Agnes with that long ball instantly played backwards. Ndoa Natasha on that ball with Agnes. Ethel Chinyerere hoping to find Nyoni Dorothy, but it is played outward. When two great giants meet, it is not always what we expect, but it is rather always a surprise. No one can really say they are dominating because of what's at stake. Everyone brings in their best. Ngube, Ngobukosi. Trying to position the ball well. And what we are ideal is a cross into the box. And that is what it is. Header off the post. I believe heart skipped a bit over there. That was a very, very crucial, important header. Executed quite well, but just couldn't find the net. Mtumbami Edlin. It is a women's game here in the Zimbabwe Women's Soccer League. We are at Manyame Airbase for this game where Chapungu Queens are hosting Correctional Queens. The home team are leading by 1-0. Even the scoreline doesn't speak justice to what is really happening on the pitch. Ethel Chinyerere receiving that beautiful pass from Ndoa Natasha, but she was cornered on that far side and a retreat was called for. Edlin to Nube, back to Edlin once again. It is recovery time, going after the ball. That is maybe letting Chapungu Queens down. Four minutes until we reach the hour mark. The second half has given us nothing but goosebumps. Marking from behind. Nube. Bit of sportsmanship, but maybe she knows that she was the one at fault. Giving a handout to Semba Nadia. Agnes behind the ball. Two substitutions coming in from Correctional Queens. Dube Blessing coming in, and there is the replay of an opportunity that would have changed things for Chapungu Queens, giving them a 2-goal cushion. And also trotting onto the field was Shamu Daisy. There it is once again being presented in the similar position with a chance to score. There is Semba failing to get the necessary curl. We're losing sight of the direction where the net was. Now it has somehow gotten very serious, with Correctional Queens going after the ball much more. That cross to the far side. JK Arena losing balance, but it is Chiparao Shekudzanai with that shot, which was somewhat off target. But they have, we need to give it to them, created some chances in the past 3 minutes that have caused Chapungu Queens to rethink their strategy. There you can see our Correctional Queens were advancing on goal. JK Arena, the lead goal scorer for Correctional Queens, on that far side, receiving the ball and failing to get her balance in check, thereby losing the ball and a very promising chance. Edlin to Ngube Nobunkosi on that near side. Now they get corner kick. Now we're at the hour mark exactly, with 30 minutes left to play. How will the story end? In week 10, that would have been a goal. That would have been a goal for Chapungu Queens. Right from the corner and almost into the net. There is Correctional Queens on the move with their number 12 leading the pack. Dube. Lunga Vanessa. Finding it hard to get back onto her feet after that collision. Will she be able to continue? It's always in the second half where the major injuries come through. And the coach needs to reach back into his or her quiver to find what else is left that they can use in this encounter. This also gives a breather to Correctional Queens, who still have a lot to do, a long way to go. They might concede, they might score, but all of that, the fate is in their hands. It's all about how they choose to go about the last minutes of this game. Lunga Vanessa. hoping to continue. She's putting on her gloves back on. And there is the replay of this whole scenario, what it has led to. From that far side, coming in from Chipara Ushe. And it goes off wide. Now I remind you, we are at Manyame Airbase, right behind Robert Mugabe International Airport. So it's always a very scenic view to see some of the planes take off and land from where we are. A cheat. Foul was committed. And a free kick for Correctional Queens in a very promising position. The last time Chipara Ushe tried a long ball into the box, it went off wide. Maybe it was the power, maybe she was close to goal, but at this particular moment she is a good distance away. The goalkeeper fumbles with the ball, but ultimately gets it under control. Lunga Vanessa succumbing to that injury, but glad she is back in action. It is in that midfield where Chapungu Queens have been losing the ball. Ngube failing to use her brains on that one. She could have let it slide and they could have retained possession. But there is Ngube Nobunkosi, the right position at the right time. But there it is on that far side. JK Erina, 8 goals to her name. Passes it on to Nyaumwe Marjorie. And it is back to Erina. And a misplaced pass, not enough power on that one. Nyone Dorothy managing to get a throw in. It is the same story for them, taking advantage of that far side on the right of your screen. Erina Cheke not doing enough justice to the opportunities that maybe she is creating for herself. Quite some distribution. Bounces off Ethel to Ngube. Plays it back. Ethel failing to get control. And there, a foul is scored in a very promising position. To the dismay of the fans that have managed to come through to support their team. Chapungu being the home team, amassing the majority of the fans, taking over the stands here at Manyame Airbase. Their voices are quite loud enough to be heard. Ubeno Munkosi. And a player down for Correctional Queens. Ethel Chinyerere also goes to the ground. Quite a confusing scenario here. But it is what we expect, especially in the second half. Some rather delaying tactics. Mandaba Tandekile was the first to go down, followed by Ethel. Ethel is back on her feet, but Mandaba is still on the ground, getting some assistance. There is a replay. Maybe she failed to land, or the ball came in too hard for her. But we are waiting to see whether she will continue with this game or they have to make way for another substitute. Dube has already been brought in, as well as Shamu. She is being carried off. Mandaba Tandekile. The ball came in maybe a little bit too hard for her. But action will continue. This played outwards once more. Mbeno Munkosi trying to find Ethel Chinyerere, but it was too high for her. But there it is, the clearance from Cabo Berita. And we are brought back into the same position. A high put coming in from Chapungu Queens. Here is the replay. Paraushe right into the box, but Lunga Vanessa had it covered. Long ball distributed across the halfway line. Correctional Queens trying to get it under control in their own half, failing to do so and opting to play it outwards. Still 1-0 in this encounter. 71 minutes played. One might think she was maybe a karate kid or some sort. But nice cross into the box coming in from Doa Natasha. There it is. Let it bounce. It's played backwards, but Natasha was on point. The idea was there. The execution was there. The ball just lacked a bit of, it needed to go a little bit further. Maybe then it would have found the net. They say the second half belongs to the coaches, the managers, and their contributions so far. We had to see them to fruition. Doa Natasha at goal once more, deserving of an applause from the technical bench. No wonder she's wearing the captain's armband. She is exceptional in her position. Quite sad she doesn't have a goal in this particular encounter, to show for it. But there it is once again. And an offside has been called for. The first assistant referee keeping a keen eye on the undertakings. Definitely for Chapungu, they would have wanted to let this one slide. But Progress Chatama is definitely a watchdog, very aware of what is really happening. And we're at it again with the number 13, JK Arena, failing to get control of the ball and keep it in play. Opting to play it wide. That is Ignis. Correctional Queens now on the move. And there is the attempt to Mgonya Umwe Marjorie, hoping to add on to the 6 goals that she has gotten in this season. I believe for them a corner is enough to revive hopes of what could have happened just a few seconds ago. That with a cross into the box, the goalkeeper off her line, causing or bringing up a scare, but managing to get the ball under her control. Nube no Mukosi bringing in all the power that she can fathom into that one. Nube no Mukosi with the throw-in. Natasha Ndoa. And a big collision just outside of the box. And from the looks of things, the medics are being called onto the pitch. There is the replay. Ndoa to Nube no Bunkosi. Big collision there. Agnes placing a body in the way. And Nube Nwomunkosi receiving the bitter end of the stick. Will she get up anytime soon and continue in this encounter? Ngube behind the ball. And there it is, across into the box. What would it amass? And it is a crucial header coming in from Nyoni Dorothy. Just a few inches off the post. Worthy of a replay indeed. Ngube with that cross into the box. Nyoni right on position, but just failing to head it downwards on goal. A little bit of ping pong there. Something is happening on the touchline. Mhlanga about to come in. Mhlanga Michelle. Who make way for her, create space. for fresh pair of legs. Flanga Michelle coming in. Ethel Chinyerere on the far side. Cross into the box, doesn't find anyone. But it is the substitute bringing the ball back into play. And Ethel is right on position. But Agnes Timbura clears and gives them enough time to regroup, get back into position. Maradzi. Straight ahead, direct attack. But it is intercepted and cleared away. That was a little too much for JK Arena to get to on time. This is Maradzi once again. That far side Correctional Queens have possession. Will they maintain? They lose possession once more. Now it is the story of old that these two have exchanged the ball in the middle of the park. Many a times before settling or before anyone claiming proper possession. But it is Agnes behind the ball once more. And she plays a long ball. Intercepted by the second half substitute. Mashandu Plexidus. There is marking from behind on Natasha Ndoa, the captain. And there it is. She is lifted, given a little bit of boost into the air, and she falls to the ground. Agnes and Doa battling for the ball, but in the end, Correctional Queens managed to clear. Correctional Queens hoping to make a substitution. 82nd minute. 82nd minute of this game. 8 of regulation time left to play. It seems as though Chapungu Queens are quite comfortable with a 1-goal win. But is it enough? We still have added time. So Correctional Queens still have a chance. Maybe to level terms, not win necessarily, but level terms with their opponent. And 1 point is enough for any away team. And there it is, a cross into the box. It's Ngube. But it meets a very prepared and composed Agnes, who manages to clear the ball. A substitution. Makoni Vanessa. Now coming on to the field. Makoni Vanessa hoping to make a change in these last minutes of the game. But it is Planga, the substitute, chooses to let the ball slide, but now he's running back into position. But with the first touch, Makoni Vanessa. And now it's the ones and twos. It's the ones and twos for Correctional Queens. Exposes some loopholes from Chapungu Queens, who look like somewhat a tired bunch. From the start, we had hoped it was going to be a high-scoring game. It has been a game of chances, but only one of those many chances was converted, and that led on to Chapungu Queens getting one goal. And there is Nyaume Marjorie being forced to play backwards. JK Erina now on the near side. But there is a player going down. Nothing really happened on that one, but it is maybe because of the position of the referee. Every time a goalkeeper goes down whilst holding their head, it is signal for a very, very grave injury. Mbare Ignis changing the direction and the course of the game, chooses to play it on the far right. But it is Nyaume to number 33, Semba Nadia. Lunga Vanessa. Maradzi chooses to play it across the line. Was looking for Ethel, but she was nowhere to be found. And the ball is now in the hands of Correctional Queens, with Erina being forced to play backwards. But there is Chitsaure to Marjorie, and the pressure coming in from Chapungu Queens. Something that they should have done long before. Planga being beat to the ball. By Semyon Florence. Nube. Good distribution. Right into the danger zone. But Correctional Queens have it under control. Makoni. A misplaced pass there. But it is Semba Nadia who gets a foul and a free kick in their favor. Now the Correctional Queens are advancing into enemy territory. There it is, the cause for foul. Now across into the box. But Lunga Vanessa was up to the task, and she throws it all the way to Mhlanga. To Ethel. Back to Mhlanga. Tiki-taka kind of play. But now it goes out. Ignis playing the defense that she was put up to. Always being there right on time. Now another substitution for Correctional Queens. with 2 minutes of regulation time left to play. Quit your loveness. I mistakenly called out her name before. I think I knew she was going to come and play. On the near side, Planga and Semyon battling for the ball. They get a throw in. She could have cleared the ball a little bit better there. But what a match this has been. If it ends this way, this means that Chapungu Queens have 3 points to their name, played 12 games, won 11, only lost 1 game. Impressive record. Challenging the log leaders, the Rentals. But it's always like the coaches like to call it. We take it 1 game at a time. Every win is always important. Chapungu Queens in their home ground here at Manyame Airbase. Now we are in regulation time. We are in extra time rather. And Chapungu Queens would do anything to delay the progress of this game, but presented with another opportunity. Ethel Chinyerere facing a very strong defense coming in from Correctional Queens. That would have changed the fate, sealed the deal. But what an impressive play coming in from Chapungu Queens. Catching their opponent off guard. And a handball is being called for, but the hand was close to the body from what I saw. Now Correctional Queens trying all they can to make sure that they limit this Chapungu Queens to only 1 goal in this particular encounter. What a game this has been. Came in with high expectations. But we need to realize this is only the first half, first session of the season. And there is still another encounter that is going to come in later on, where Chapungu Queens are going to face Correctional Queens. And I'm sure Correctional Queens will be better prepared for that one. That is Ngube with the clearance. Impressive performance coming in from Chapungu Queens, sealing this particular win. I think the well-deserved rest would be given to these ladies. 19 minutes have been played. 90 minutes have been played. And all they could ever wish for, they have already achieved in the first half, courtesy of a goal from Ethel Chinyerere. Now, Chapungu Queens, they are now looking at their watches, expecting the referee to blow the whistle. But that isn't the case. Correctional Queens have a throw-in. Will they have another opportunity on goal? And Nyoni with the last touch. It's all about delaying at this moment. But Correctional Queens have pulled every rabbit that they could out of the hat. And they escape with all 3 points. We call it an escape because these two teams were somehow at par. At one moment, it was Chapungu dominating. At the other, it is Correctional Queens. But in the end, it is the solitary goal of the game, courtesy of Ethel Chinyerere, that has sealed the deal for them. Correct, Chapungu Queens have 3 points, 33. That is the total for them. And they are indeed contenders for the league title this season. But still more to come, more games to play. Will they keep form, maintain momentum, and keep the team spirit to see them through this entire season? So far, they have been exceptional, playing one of the best teams in the league, 4th placed Correctional Queens, and managing to escape unharmed. Lunga Vanessa keeping a clean sheet on this one.
Thank you so much. That brings us to the end of the match, and 1-0 in favor of Chapungu. 12 games played and only lost once. They've collected maximum points today. I've got Sitetele Lwespanda here, the coach for Chapungu. Your views for the match?
Thank you very much. It was a very good game from both teams, I would say. I think the most important thing was like getting the goal quicker. That really put our opponents under pressure, and we did very well in the first half by pressing up front, and we ended up getting that goal out of a mistake from the goalkeeper. I would say maybe a misjudgment from the goalkeeper, but actually we knew we were going to play a very experienced side with a lot of players that have got much playing experience. So the thing that we were supposed to do was to psych them up. It was more of a psychological game than anything else. So yeah, I'm happy for the 3 points. Obviously, you'll be happy with the win, but yes, there is a bit of some issues or negatives that we can really work on. For example, I think we conceded a lot of free kicks, whereas we knew that was their strength in terms of if you look at many goals that they've scored, they will score from free kicks. So I was worried in terms of how we conceded the free kicks. Hence, the tactical organization to try to mark them in the second half in our own half and avoid conceding any free kicks in our defensive third.
Yes, Sitetele, we also saw one player being carried away. What's the name of the player, and do you have any information from your medic?
No information yet, Miranda. I think football is a physical game. I think she'll be okay. It's just one of those injuries from one of those sports injuries.
Thank you so much for the interview, and congratulations for your win. Thank you very much, Sitetele. That was Sitetele Lwespanda, our coach for Chapungu Queens. In the meantime, I will have to speak to the coach from the Correctional Services. Your name again?
Thank you so much. My name is Ivy Garikai.
Yes, Ivy Garikai, you have lost a match. It was a crucial match today for you guys. You were on number 4 before this match, and you have lost this one. What do you attribute that to?
It's unfortunate when we all come here, we all come expecting a win, collecting maximum points of 3 points. But unfortunately, it was not on our side today. I think what mainly contributed is first thing, we got an injury a few minutes in the first half. Then again, we also conceded in the first half, in the first few minutes. So which made our player to have more of pressure. So I think that one is, but otherwise the game was fair. Tough luck to our side.
Thank you so much. All the best on the future games as a correctional team.
All right.
Thank you so much. Yes, that's Ivy. Thank you so much for watching SlyMedia TV. We continue to bring you these matches every Saturday at 11 a.m. live on SlyMedia TV. Continue to share these games so that we continue to alert everyone else that we are now bringing you these live matches. My name is Silvester on behalf of the SlyMedia TV team. Thank you so much for watching.